Hello, my name is Joelle Brownson and I'm going to do my presentation on activist learning today. So I'll just open up this slide. This is a project or assignment that I did in my adolescent development class. First, what we're going to do is we're going to check out this YouTube site. Your homework.
Hi, I'm Adora Spitak. History teaches us that passion inspires collaboration. Just look at any successful movement for change. We can bring that same passion to the classroom by using online tools that facilitate activism. I'd love to imagine getting the assignment to start a movement. That would be pretty epic. Change.org is a great place to start. It's a site for individuals and groups to post petitions for pressing issues they believe in. Many success stories have come from students on Change.org. 3 teenage girls successfully called for the first female moderator of the presidential debates in 20 years. A 4th grade class in Massachusetts led Universal Studios to launch environmental partnerships around their promotion of the Lorax. And students in Sun Valley School in California asked Crayola to start recycling its markers, receiving over 80,000 signatures on their petition. In all these examples, students had the chance to interact with a real audience and spark action on a real issue, a perfect example of collaborative learning. There are plenty of roles for everyone: researching the issues, writing the content, and looking into ways of raising awareness and gaining support. These are all things that help us become great learners. We get the chance to learn from our peers, think critically, and practice good digital citizenship.
All right, so as you can see from that video, students can take charge in different assignments. They can go out into the community and make a difference in this world. What is activist learning? Activist learning is the intentional strategy for creating knowledge by taking action in our personal, social, political, environmental, spiritual, and economic lives. An activity used to better the community, and it's actively encouraging self-direction and self-education through community activism. Why would you do activist learning? Well, it can challenge many different ideas that educators can deposit knowledge into empty minds of students by engaging co-learners as the co-creators of knowledge. You learn to engage young people, encouraging young people to become the knowledge of the creators and adults to become mainly the allies. So what this does is letting the children, the students, be in charge. Meanwhile, you are helping them along the way, guiding them in the right direction. Activist learning can empower activists to articulate themselves in ways in which they are relevant to their lives. And this can move learners to act of sympathy and charity towards solidarity and allyship. It connects students to real life. So what activist learning does is it lets students take an assignment outside of the classroom, further it, something that they are passionate about, and they can make a difference in their community or in their lives. In the classroom, it's an activity that includes bettering the community. It's fighting for something that you believe in, raising awareness for the community, or completing a community project in which can better society. So again, these students get to choose which kind of activity they want to do, and it's something that they are passionate about. That way they can fight for something they believe in and raise awareness within the community. There are many pros and cons of activist learning. Some of the pros are that it engages students, it empowers students to make a change, it connects students to real life, not just to schoolwork, and it involves a lot of problem solving, like real life skills. Some of the cons include that it's difficult to cover throughout their curriculum. It has a lot of prep time and it's very time consuming. It can take a long time to complete, a lot of class time to complete. How is it going to affect testing scores? So how would you evaluate this within the classroom? If a student's passionate about something and making a difference, there's no way you could give them a failing grade on that. However, could you give them all perfect? Some of the drawbacks are you brainwashing the students. So this is the last thing you don't want. Which is last thing you would want, which is going home, the students going home to their parents and letting them know, oh, my teacher said that we're doing this activist project. We are going to go and do this within our activist project. Is that brainwashing the students? You have to let them choose which activist assignment they would like to complete. You can guide them in the right directions, but you cannot choose the activist program for them. In the millennial generation, we enjoy using technology. We are positive. We're concerned about the environment, social justice that we are passionate about, and we learn the curriculum through the project. So what do you do at the end that's an activist project? So the millennial generation would be perfect for an activist project, as we would be using technology in most cases. We are concerned about our environment, and we're passionate about changing things. We're passionate about making things better for our future. What are some examples that maybe you've done that's an activist activity? So maybe some examples from school. If not, what is something you could think of that would be an activist project? Some examples I have are a Remembrance Day art class example. This school wanted to make Remembrance Day more noticeable within the school. They wanted to do a better ceremony, a bigger ceremony for Remembrance Day. So one grade 9 art class actually all got assigned a soldier that fought within World War II. What they had to do with this soldier, once they got the name, was research him, research him, find out his past, find out if they had any living relatives, find out what they did, everything they could about this individual, and do a little write-up about this soldier. Then once they had all the information, they could then paint a picture of this soldier. Once they painted this picture of the soldier, they then called any remaining family in the area of those soldiers to come in and do a walkthrough tour of all these paintings of the fallen soldiers. And that was considered an activist project, as they took the time in contacting the family and getting them to come and see what they had completed about that soldier. There's also petitions that students are passionate about. So as you saw from change.org, students can post what they would like about something they would like to change. And the fire hydrants throughout Oshawa, as you will notice, they are painted. That is actually done from high school students, painting the fire hydrants throughout Oshawa. And that's the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's all about activist learning. Thank you.